This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Alejandra Salazar.
And I'm Daquisha Houston. There are a few traditions here at Texas Tech that are iconic and beloved as the annual Carol of Lights ceremony. The university's official kicks off the Christmas season. This has been a staple here on campus for more than 60 years.
That's right, but last Friday, the long-running tradition took on a much different look and feel as the campus kicked off a year-long celebration marking a huge milestone for Texas Tech University. The 64th Annual Carol of Lights and Centennial Celebration kickoff took place in Memorial Circle and the Science Squad on Friday evening at 7 p.m. The event featured a much larger setup than normal to accommodate the huge crowd and the addition of special musical guests Wade Bowen and the Maines Brothers Band. The event started with the traditional processional that included the Saddle Tramps, Raider Red, and the Masked Rider. From there, it quickly transitioned into performances of holiday songs by Bowen and the Maines Brothers. The remainder of the ceremony included a combination of traditional elements coupled with Centennial videos, an arrangement of the standard "O Holy Night" performed by the special musical guests. The biggest moment of the night included not only the traditional illumination of thousands of lights around campus, but also a 3-minute fireworks show to mark the beginning of the Centennial celebration. The event wrapped up with a nearly 30-minute musical set featuring some of Bowen and the Maines Brothers Band's biggest hits. The next Carol of Lights ceremony is scheduled for December 1st, 2023, and that event will act as the closing ceremony for Tech's 100th year celebration.
As one big part of Texas Tech history begins last Friday, another ended one day earlier. The Double T scoreboard that stood in the south end zone of Jones Stadium for 44 years came down last Thursday night. The well-known campus landmark was removed during the first phase of the renovation of the end zone, which started at the conclusion of the year's football season. The Double T scoreboard was originally erected in 1978 and became the image that many fans associated with Texas Tech in the athletic program. When plans were announced that included the removal of the scoreboard, the Tech community voiced strong opinions about the future of the landmark. University administrators were warned by the engineers that the structure might not survive removal, but the construction crew were able to bring down the historic figure in one piece at this time. There is no official decision on what will happen to the Double T scoreboard, and the short-term historic structure will be stored in the area west of Texas Tech Health Sciences Center.
Speaking of scoreboards, the massive video board at the United Supermarkets Arena has been showing some positive results as both the Red Raider and Lady Raider teams spent time on the home hardwood.
MCTV's Faith Douglas joins us now in the studio with details on both teams' last outing at the USA. Faith?
Thanks, Daquisha and Alejandra. Hoop season is in full swing for Texas Tech, and the Lady Raiders had their second of 8 straight home games, the longest homestand in program history, yesterday at the USA. They took the victory over Incarnate Word Cardinals 66-48. The men's team had an outstanding victory as well over Georgetown last Wednesday night, 79-65 on their home court. Some of the guys that made this happen are Davion Harmon, Jalen Tyson, and of course the fans' favorite, Daniel Bacho. All 3 guys contributed at least 15 points apiece, evening out the scoring for the Red Raiders. They will take the court again this Tuesday at the USA against Nichols at 7 p.m. We'll get into just how those Red Raiders took down Georgetown Hoyas last week. In other exciting news, though, Red Raider football team has their bowl game set. I'll get into just how Joey McGuire's first season at the helm went later in sports. Back to you, Daquisha.
Thanks, Faith. Students here at Texas Tech spend a lot of time in the classrooms, but many Red Raiders also find time to invest in hobbies between class projects and exams. MCTV's Harper's Cummins recently meet up with some of TTU's students who are dusting off some old school technology to better connect with a disappearing art form.
When people go places, they often want to capture the experience, whether that be taking a picture with their smartphone or their digital camera. However, it seems the past may be coming back.
I shoot film because it's a bit more of an analog feel for shooting photography. Over time, shooting digital photography felt not as I didn't feel as connected with my photos or my camera, so it became a bit mundane. But picking up a film camera, everything became a bit more technical. It took more time and also took more understanding of how photography worked. And so from there, I just fell in love with photography and film photography, the overall technical analog work of it.
It seems to be that shooting film and the whole process that goes into it is just a way for newer generations to appreciate the past and just try something different that is unfamiliar than what is normal. A group of students here at Tech are pretty involved with this passion and have found many ways to explore new ideas when shooting film.
One of the things I'm very thankful for is being able to start this community here at Texas Tech and being able to grow it as more and more people are interested in film photography. And it's great to be able to have a community where you can have other people that, one, share your interests, but also are an excellent resource when it comes to tips and help with different issues that you may run into, and also just teaching others about how to develop their own film and all that's involved in it.
So whether you're just looking for a new hobby or a fun community to get involved with, or just want something else to do and taking pictures, shooting film is something that's worth looking into. For MCTV, I'm Harper Cummings.
The first weekend of December was relatively mild here in Lubbock area, but the wind speed stuck around through most of the weekend and making it feel a bit cooler than 50 to 60 degrees, high on Saturday and Sunday.
That's right, and the wind still appears to be an issue again today, but at least it looks like temperatures are warming up a bit more this afternoon. But will the warm-up continue as the semester comes to an end? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The MCTV tower cam is showing mostly sunny skies today. There's some clouds off in the distance, but skies have been clear over campus most of the day. Highs are expected to climb into the 70s afternoon, and even with the wind, it should stay warm. But wind speeds will continue to be an issue until after sunset. Tonight we'll see some clouds before midnight, but after that it should stay clear for the rest of the evening. Lows are expected to drop into the 40s, but we shouldn't get anywhere near the freezing point. Tomorrow the winds will still be breezy, but much lighter than today. Temperatures will also be slightly cooler, but we should top out in the 70s before sunset. Some clouds will begin making their way into the area after sunrise, and the clouds cover will increase as we head into the overnight hours. Wednesday is forecast to start out with overcast skies, and it looks like the clouds will stick around all day. There's a chance for scattered showers in the morning and late evening. In between the rain chances, highs should climb into the low 60s before falling into the 40s overnight. The rain chances will continue into the early hours of Thursday morning, but after that, the skies should begin to clear. Sunny conditions are expected through most of the day, with temperatures back in the low 60s. Now looking ahead, the mild start to finals should continue through the weekend, but a drop in temperatures starting Monday could lead to cold final day of fall 2022.
Carol of Lights marked the official beginning of the Christmas season here on campus, and now several university departments are getting in on the holiday fun. The Texas Tech School of Music held their Tuba Christmas concert yesterday afternoon in the Hemley Recital Hall. Tuba Christmas is one of the department's most unique concerts of the year, giving all tubas, sousaphone, baritone, and euphonium musicians the chance to perform during the holiday concert anyone interested in being a part of. Tuba Christmas showed up at 11:30 a.m. to register and rehearse, followed by the public concert at 2 the same afternoon. Participants paid $10 to register and $20 for the sheet music, with the proceeds going to a good cause.
This also serves as a fundraiser for our studio for some of our activities and also for the Harvey Phillips Foundation, who supports a lot of music activities, including Tuba Christmas around the country and around the world.
Along with performing in a concert, musicians could decorate their instrument with a chance to win prizes. The annual Tuba Christmas concert is held on campus each year in coordination with the Harvey Phillip Foundation. This year is with the 48th year that the Tuba Christmas concert has been presented around the world.
Holiday events continued here on campus on Saturday with one of Tech's facilities opening their doors to the public to enjoy a sample of the many different holiday traditions that take place during this time of year. Holiday at the Museum was held at the Museum of Texas Tech on Saturday afternoon. The event welcomed in the general public to enjoy the tastes and traditions of holiday celebrations from various cultures. Attendees could also enjoy several hands-on activities featuring fun for all ages. Along with the various activities and foods, the museum also gave guests a chance to enter a raffle for a holiday goodie bag. Anyone interested in the raffle could pick up a passport, get stamps at the tables around the event, and then submit the passport to be entered into the raffle. The winning entry will be chosen through a drawing to be held sometime this week. The Holiday at the Museum event wrapped up at 4 p.m. on Saturday afternoon.
Here on Texas Tech campus, there are dozens of specialty labs and facilities that allow students to get hands-on experience as they prepare for their future careers. One department on the forefront of those opportunities is Tex Whitaker College of Engineering. MCTV Sarah Wishman recently stopped by the north side of the campus to find out how one of the professors is using technologies to help first responders stay safe before they even step into danger.
Yeah. I am Chang Won-son, the director of the Share Lab, also an assistant professor at Texas Tech University. I teach Systems Safety Engineering course and also Cognitive Engineering course. The purpose of my research is really to contribute to the public safety practices, including firefighting, law enforcement, emergency medical services, search and rescue, because the communication and their decision making is so critical for accomplishing their goals and missions. We have a simulator for the team firefighting. So as you can see, there are multiple monitors and computers here. Their mission is to put out the fire all together. They have to communicate, they have to set up a plan, they have to complete a given mission to accomplish the goal of the simulator.
My current research at the moment revolves around what I like to call Safety 4.0, which goes through Industry 4.0 technologies and understanding how they can help support human workers in order to ensure that they have safety whenever they're doing their practices.
This is a computer that has a wireless communication capability, so it can sense the relative location in this room. It can detect the orientation, and also he is wearing the face mask. Actually, this is exactly the same setting that the actual firefighter is wearing in the actual firefight. Sharing our knowledge and competency with the local community is our core mission.
The Texas Tech athletic schedule is a lot lighter now that semester is coming to an end, but several Tech teams are preparing for their next opponents, even with finals starting on Thursday.
MCTV's Faith Douglas joins us again with a full look at the latest Red Raiders news and sports. Faith?
Thanks, Daquisha and Alejandra. Well, you know December means a lot of games on the hardwood floor, and Tech's football team going to a bowl game. We'll jump right into the men's victory over Georgetown last Wednesday night. Tech took care of business, and none other than Daniel Bacho started off the scoring with a slam dunk in just the first few minutes of the game. The men's shared the scoring across the board with looks in the first half from Kevin O'Banner, Davion Harmon, Pop Isaacs, and Jalen Tyson. In the first 11 minutes, 6 different Red Raiders had scored, and they ended the first half with a 16-0 run with a dunk from O'Banner as well. When they returned for the last 20 minutes, Tech was sitting at an 18-point lead at 41-23. Before half, Bacho had 11 points and 8 rebounds, and Tyson was on his way to what would become his career record night for himself. Coming out in the second half, the Red Raiders hit a few quick threes. Tyson would end up sinking threes lights out, going 4 for 4 by the end of the night. Tech took on a 60-40 lead, then Georgetown would respond and go on a run for 9 straight points, controlling the speed of the game just for a little bit, but it wasn't quite enough, and the Red Raiders would end the night with a dub and a solid performance across the board from multiple guys in the room. To name a few of those guys, Bacho ended the night scoring his second double-double of the season with 15 points and 13 rebounds, giving him now 5 career games with a double-digit rebounds. Tyson and Harmon both dropped 18 points Wednesday night, and for Tyson, he set a new career high and also grabbed 9 rebounds on top of 18 points. The senior Harmon also broke some records for himself, surpassing the 1,000-point milestone in his career. To say the least, it was an exciting back-and-forth night for the men's team. Coach Mark Adams was also pleased with their performance as well.
The positive side is we're up, 20-something points and really had to win the game twice, but we came back through that adversity and fought through it and made some free throws and plays, and so I was really proud of the way that it ended. It was really, guys really hung in there and kept their composure when it counted.
The Lady Raiders got the winning at the USA memo, taking the dub over Incarnate Word Cardinals yesterday, 66-48. Let's get into it. In the first quarter, the Lady Raiders put up 27 points against Incarnate Word's 10. Bailey Maupin and Jasmine Shavers would be responsible for the first start, collectively putting up 10 of their first 15 points. Bryn Gerlich would also follow suit, though, sinking a three-pointer that would end up marking Gerlich's 500th career point. In the second quarter, the Lady Raiders would continue to win each possession with 13 points in the second. And then the Lady Raiders dominated defensively as well, holding Incarnate Word to just 6 of 24 shooting and 1 of 10 distance shooting. Coming out after the break, Incarnate Word made a 13-point run, but the Lady Raiders would regain momentum with senior Ella Tofeano taking leadership on the court. The Lady Raiders would finish strong with an 18-point victory. The Lady Raiders have now won 6 straight games, and this is the first time in 2 years they have held a 6-game winning streak. Head coach Krista Gerlich said obviously she is thrilled to be 7-1, but she was a little frustrated with the inconsistency on defense. Texas Tech Athletics is in quite an exciting overlap of seasons, with the football team securing a bowl game in November. Yesterday it was announced Texas Tech will take on Ole Miss on December 28th at NRG Stadium in the Tax Act Texas Bowl. Regardless the outcome, the bowl game, head coach Joey McGuire will close out his first year at Texas Tech with a few big-time stats under his belt. For the first time in school history, the Red Raiders defeated Texas and OU in the same year. McGuire also secured Tech's 40th bowl appearance. He led the team to Tech's most Big 12 wins since 2009. Tech also went 6-1 at home, and again, that was the most since 2009. Just to name a few of McGuire's accomplishments this year, and not to mention the man of the people brought in on average 57,000 fans per game. That would be the most fans since the iconic duo head coach Cliff Kingsbury and now NFL quarterback Patrick Mahomes back in 2016. A couple exciting weeks in the near future for Tech Athletics, and that's it for sports today. Back to you, Alejandra and Daquisha.
So Faith, graduation is just under 2 weeks away, and I know that you're a senior, so are you going to be walking the stage this semester?
I will. I will be graduating shortly at 9 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations. I know you're going to do great things. And speaking of graduation, the 2022 fall semester will be finishing soon, and that means that most of the holiday activities on campus will also end by next week.
But if you still happen to be staying around the hub city during the winter break, there's one-of-the-kind option not far from campus that can help you get into the holiday mood. The Adventure Park is an entertainment facility less than a mile west of campus on Marshall Shop Freeway. The Adventure Park serves several permanent attractions, but the park also adds a temporary option during the holiday season. This year, the Adventure Park features Lubbock only ice and skating ring. The Lubbock ring is smaller than options in cities, but it offers a unique opportunity that many people here in the hub city never experience.
We're just always looking for something fun that Lubbock doesn't have, trying to just make everybody in Lubbock have fun and be the one to innovate.
Ice skating at the Adventure Park will be available from now through Sunday, January 1st. The rink is open on Thursdays through the weekend. Times vary throughout the holiday season, but tickets will be available every week, even on Christmas Day. For more information on ice skating at Adventure Park, visit adventureparkfun.com.
So Daquisha, I hear this is your last time anchoring for MCTV.
Yes, it's a bittersweet moment, but at least I don't got to worry about nothing to do at 11:59.
You know what, you're right, and that sounds so nice, so congratulations. Well, that's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to check out ttuhub.net every day for more information. Have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the spring.